Inventive thinking is so important, we had to make a word up for it, and that word is inventivity. Inventivity is basically creativity plus invention together, inventivity. So the Cade Museum for Creativity and Invention, it's named after my father, Dr. James Robert Cade, who led the team that invented Gatorade in 1965 at the University of Florida. But the museum is not about him. It's really more inspired by his approach to life. So what you learn here is how to think like an inventor, how to be an inventor, how to practice inventivity. And now what I want to do with this museum is give everybody access to that type of interaction.
So our mission is to transform communities by inspiring the next generation of inventors, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. And we do that through our invention-themed exhibits, our hands-on activities, and inspiring all those that come to the Cade Museum. And a mindset of inventivity is to embrace curiosity, courage, resilience, and humility, really so you can adapt to a future that's uncertain right now.
Science teaches you how to solve problems. If you give young students the correct tools, how to work around the problems, how to solve the problems, how to mitigate them, I think you're setting future leaders on a great path.
So the Cade Museum is located right on Depot Avenue, which was where the first train depot was built in Gainesville. And we really wanted to be central to the community to connect the innovation economy coming out of the university and from our startups, but also to the community and especially to at-risk children, because we believe that creativity, inventivity, it's really a human trait. It's for everyone, but you have to have access.
We have a very passionate, supportive community behind us, but we realize that we can do more. So our goal over the coming years is to bring inventivity to communities across America. And that's going to be part of the inventivity movement. We have all types of programming. We have 6 weeks of summer camp where about 250 kids from the greater Gainesville area come and are inspired week after week. We also have a very popular program called Little Sparks for ages 0 to 5, where parents and caregivers of our youngest generation can come 3 times a week to the Cade.
We work very closely with the public school system here, and we have a program called Full Steam Ahead, where we identified 3 of the worst performing schools in the district. And we have worked on an intervention where the kids come to the museum. We create the science experiments, the activities, the reading modules. It's a journey of discovery. Gainesville is in the center of the state. It has some of the highest pockets of poverty in the nation and some of the worst achievement gaps in the nation. And we feel privileged to work with school systems and nonprofits, and we hope to see a long-term trajectory of opportunity.
We've had over 19 community partners that we work with at the Cade, and we take our programming, our activities that we develop here at the museum, and are able to deploy them in the field into the communities that may not have access to come to the Cade.
As for outreach, we end up teaching at a lot of schools, so we'll go to the school and we call it Cade in the classroom. So we bring these science activities to their classroom so they don't have to come over here.
We bring the Cade in STEM and STEAM to 3- and 4-year-olds at Head Starts all over this area. We can go anywhere, and Cade in the classroom is a great opportunity for these schools that can't travel, and it's donors that allow this magnificent opportunity to happen.
I remember Miss Patty would always bring up Thomas Edison, and you know how Thomas Edison, he failed like 2,774 times, and that 75th time he created something that we know today as a light bulb. That made me feel like I could do anything that I wanted to do. I'm going to fail, and I'm going to fail again, but eventually I'll succeed if I keep working hard to do it.
Scientists will say you have to wire the cognitive, the sensory, and the reward structures of the brain to really learn. I interpret that as you have to wire the head, heart, and hands. You have to spark the interest of a child. You have to have their hands actually touching, learning by doing.
Whether it's with the mundane, whether it's with creating the next big thing, we want to foster that kind of engagement with science, with your natural world. If we can make that difference in one child, we've accomplished our mission.
We do need partnerships to bring these positive experiences into those communities. We need volunteers, we need funders, we need mission partners. Again, it is not something that stands alone. It's not something we do alone. It's something we do in collaboration with other community partners.
Whether it's through membership, through sponsoring summer camps, sponsoring the activities, our exhibits here, every dollar counts. So the more sponsorship and support that we get, the better we'll be and the more kids we can impact. You can come to the Cade Museum and join as a member. We have different levels of membership here. This gives you access throughout the year to the Cade Museum and its programming. In addition, you can go to our website at cademuseum.org or check us out on any of our social channels to see what kind of activities and events that we have coming up. But more than anything, we just want to see you at the Cade.
I have a chance to turn on the curiosity and the excitement of learning in those students, and just maybe one of those students, they may find the cure for cancer. Maybe they'll find a way to teach music more effectively. Maybe they'll understand the way the universe works.
If you have inventivity and you learn all of these things here at the Cade, it's the difference between thriving and surviving.